In this video, I'm going to break down to you how you should think about pricing your online course. Pricing your online course can be stupidly overwhelming and confusing, right? So how do we simplify it? How do we know that we've got the right price point before we even launch? There are 5 things you need to think about before you lock in your price. Market demand, competition, audience affordability, probability of payoff, and your number. I'll explain all 5 of these things in this video. But before I do, let's talk about these mistakes. This one pisses me right off. I call this ego-based pricing. Put so much time and energy and money and resources into my course. I've created all this spectacular array of modules and assets. The marketplace does not give a shit about how much time you've put in, how much money you've invested. All they care about is how valuable it is to them. So you cannot base your course pricing on the level of investment you have made. That is irrelevant. Number 2 is they skip all of the steps that I'm gonna take you through today and they jump right to what's my number. And what I mean by what's your number is like, okay, well, how much do I wanna earn per month? Let's say you wanna earn £10,000 per month from your online course. Okay, well, that means I need X amount of people going to my landing page. I need to get X amount of clicks on my ads. I need to get X amount of impressions. And they get these arbitrary numbers that mean absolutely nothing because they've had no traffic already. So take a step back. You will do this process, but you do this at the end once you have a good understanding of the 5 areas that we're gonna go through. So the first step is the market's demand. And what I mean by the market demand is how big is your audience size? How much of a desire do they have to solve the problem of your course? So if I was going to create a course for our agency and I was gonna say small business owners want to get better of ads, make sales online, that is typically going to be an oversaturated area, which means when it comes to pricing, it could be a race to the bottom situation. Also, if I go too high, then the people are going to look at it and go, well, I can get loads of other courses like this for cheaper. So you want to try and find at what I call the sweet spot. So what that would look like for, say, my agency again, instead of going over after business owners, let's go after specifically online course creators. And instead of going make online sales, which sounds super generic, let's look at something that is trending up. Let's look at TikTok ads as opposed to Facebook and Instagram ads. So I help online course creators generate tons of leads and online sales with TikTok advertising. There's a tick for TikTok ads because that is the newest platform that is gathering momentum and there's gonna be less competition there. So if I have a huge market size, a big desire to solve that problem, and less competition, that is ideally your sweet spot. That's the lane that you kind of want to stand out in. That means if you position your offer in the right way, you can stand out. And you might think, well, why am I talking about my offer when it comes to pricing? Well, it matters. If you're in a market where there is tons of competition, it's going to be extremely hard for you to stand out in the marketplace, which then leads me on to number 2. So number 2 is competition. And what you want to do is you want to get between 5 and 10 competitors in your market space. And you're going to look at everything that they are doing, okay? How much are they charging? How are they delivering their course? What time frame are they promising the ideal payoff for that audience? And also, which is a very, very important one, is what social proof do they have? Later on, I'll bring this up, is the more social proof and credibility you have, the more typically you can charge. And then once you've got this list together, you're gonna have a range of prices, right? But then I want you to flip the perspective on yourself and go, okay, why would my audience choose them over me? And be completely open and honest about this. Can I get them the end result that I'm promising faster? Can I give them more access or accountability to get them to the end result? Can I make this offer more affordable? And is there any kind of bonuses that I can add that are not out there that I'm seeing that will help them get to their end result faster? Now, warning here, I am not saying to you, go and look at your competitors and copy their offers. That is not what I'm saying. You have to have integrity when you're building out this course. I'm sure you have. The truth is this. It doesn't matter what you think and it doesn't matter what your competitors think. All it matters is about your audience. What do they think? How do you increase your perceived value? And that is really what you're assessing when you're looking at your competitors and you're having that internal dialogue with yourself and assessing your own offer. So the third thing is audience affordability. This is so important. So what I want you to think about is your ideal audience, right? And picture in your mind a bridge. I want you to break down on the left-hand side, where are they financially and where are they emotionally right now in the situation that we're in. Once they cross this bridge, and that bridge is your course, what is now their situation? How much money do they earn now a year? How much money do they charge for a project? Ultimately, there's three things I want you to think about once you've got all of this information down on paper. Can they afford your course? How much are they willing to invest to achieve their desired outcome or their ideal payoff? And three, how much time has your course actually saved them? This doesn't mean that you're going to instantly have a price point, right? What this does mean is everything that we're working on, or you're working on throughout this, is going to build your perceived value, which is what's going to increase the likelihood of them buying at whatever price point. But listen, if it is making sense, do me a favor, in the comments below, write scale, and that will give me an idea if this actually is making sense to you. So the fourth step is certainty. And this is where we try and make things feel like a no-brainer. The first thing you want to think about is the opportunity loss. You have looked at that bridge and you know how much time they would have wasted trying to figure out on their own and how much time you now save them. But on the other side, you also need to ask yourself, how much proof am I sitting on where I can demonstrate how many people I've helped get the desired result they want? Have you got tons of testimonials? Have you got loads of social proof? Have you got videos, Google reviews, Trustpilot? I don't know. How much of that have you got? If it's zero, you have to bear in mind it's going to be a lot harder to convince people that they're going to get that desired result. Nothing sells more than demonstrating that you can actually get the result for them. If you put your price point at now a place where it's completely accessible, you're gonna sell a shit ton of courses. There is a lot of people in this world that are really going for high ticket, and there's nothing wrong with high ticket. If you wanna price your course high ticket, that is fine. But most of them have tons of credibility. They have tons of skin in the game. They have tons of results that they can show. So that might be your end point, but it doesn't have to be your start point. So then finally, what you do is you break down your numbers. You sit down and you go to yourself, right, what do I want to earn from this every single month? Is it 10,000? Is it 50,000? Whatever it is, you put that number down. Then you break down how many sales are needed to actually get there per month. Is it a side hustle that you just want to run alongside your work? Is it something that needs to become your full-time career? Then you use the range that you would have got from your competitors. That could be 199, 500, could be 1,000. And down below, if you download our Course Creator Blueprint, there are free calculators on here. And all you have to now do is punch in these numbers to work out exactly how much you need to spend on ads, how many clicks, how many impressions, how many leads that you need based on the funnel you choose. There's 3 funnels, there's a webinar funnel, there's a VSL funnel, and a launch funnel. It's gonna pump out exactly what you need to do. But if you jump there straight away without knowing any of this information about your audience, I'm telling you, you would have been just going into this completely blind. In my next video, I'm gonna break down these 3 funnels, and they're gonna show you exactly how you can now start making sales for your online course. Peace out.